Hey bro, let me tell you a story. When I was in secondary school, I often get asked this one specific question by my teachers and my parents. What do you want to be when you grow up? What career do you want to pursue? And my answer would always be, I don't really know. I'm just trying to work hard on my academics and seeing where it takes me. I'm just going with the flow. Even simpler, more like short term questions like what school do you want to go to, which JC or poly do you want to go to, what subject combination do you want to take, were met with the same answer. I have no idea, bro. I was getting pretty decent grades at the time, especially towards the end of my secondary school journey, but I had no idea what I really wanted to do in the future. I was just spending my teenage years grinding and mugging on academics, basically forcing myself to work very hard on something I don't even really enjoy because I didn't really have anything else going for me. I saw that my friends, they had their own interests and hobbies, like singing or drawing, and I tried to cope and say like, oh, but I'm getting better grades than them. But throughout the entire time, I had a gut feeling that what I'm doing is just not right. That like my life is just not where it's supposed to be right now. Oftentimes I worry to myself, what's gonna happen to me after school? When I enter the workforce, am I just gonna work like a horrible 9 to 5 job, which I also hate? Has my entire life been reduced to just studying and trying to pull up my grades, doing something I don't even like doing, just so in the future I can do something else that I don't like doing? In fact, what the hell do I even like doing? I'm telling you this story because many students and honestly people in general lah have this belief that if they keep working hard on something that they don't really like, that if they keep up the grind, there will be one day where they'll finally be free to be able to do what they actually want to do in life, and that their life would truly start at that point. Maybe that day for you is like after the end of year exams or after poly or national service or university or college. Maybe if you're older, it's the day where you finally become financially stable. And there's so many students out there who are quite directionless in life. They're just going with the flow, honestly quite unhappy with how their lives are, and they literally spend hours after school sacrificing their sleep and their health just to study hard to get like good grades. Or maybe even worse, they're portfolio grinders, one of those people who take up like half a dozen responsibilities in school and probably being passionate about none of those responsibilities, just so they can go to a slightly better JC or uni to make their parents happy. Like honestly, there's probably not much reason to do it other than to make their parents happy. Like honestly, hot take, but if you aren't really interested in the uni or college courses you take, and it's not even necessary for the future career that you actually want, like actually want to pursue, and yet you still go to uni or college, if you're doing that, you're living a life for someone else, bro, not yourself. And I've seen these portfolio grinders, bro, they're disciplined as fuck. Let me tell you that. Not only are they in like student council, they're also the leader of this CCA, they have this responsibility and that responsibility. Yet they constantly just look dead inside, and some of them even tell me that they literally hate their lives. If you're one of these students, not necessarily a portfolio grinder, but just a student whose entire life is just reduced to mugging on studies, you're working very hard on something you aren't passionate about, so that hopefully one day you won't have to work on something like that anymore. With your like entire productive life is just studying and trying to get better grades. And I want to tell you that the day where you can stop grinding and finally rest will never come. Let me explain. There's a really good quote from a book I read, honestly one of my favorite quotes. Stop hoping for completion of anything in life. The myth of one day everything will be different is just that, it's a myth. The world will always give you challenges and hardship. It doesn't ever stop. But what makes the difference between those who are successful, happy, fulfilled in life, those who have made an impact on the world versus those who haven't, is that despite these challenges and hardship and responsibilities, they still work on the one thing that they are truly passionate about. They are working on giving their gifts despite the hardship, and so they end up making an impact on the world. So this is personally what I believe to be the truth. The grind never stops. From now until like your retirement, you'll be working just as hard, if not even harder, than you are right now. Maybe minus the occasional holiday or vacation. And if you keep going with the flow, this thing that you have to work very hard on will pretty much always be something that you hate doing. But you can choose to take life by the reins. And starting now, you can start doing things that you enjoy, that you are passionate about. And although you will never be free of problems in your life, you will be free to choose which problems you want to be in your life. You can choose to have problems that you can happily deal with or even solve. You will never stop working hard, but you can become free to choose what to work hard on. Stop waiting for the life you want. Make the life you want real. Because really, things like academics or family obligations or financial difficulties has never stopped someone successful from doing what they actually want to do in life. So, I want you to ask yourself this very deep question right now. If you had unlimited money, what kind of work would you do for free? If we literally gave you unlimited money, trillions of dollars, and let's say it's been a few years, so you already like traveled the world, experienced life, got the nice house, the nice car, had sex with tons of women, or whatever you wanted to do with money. At that point, what would you work on? Not for the money, because you already have unlimited money, but solely out of the passion you have for that work, or the impact that the work will have on the world. Since you have all the money in the world, what would you work on for the sake of your fulfillment? And this could literally be anything, like it could be being a YouTuber like me, an entrepreneur, or I don't know, volunteering in Africa. It could even be working like a 9 to 5 that you actually enjoy. Just be authentic to yourself. Don't lie to yourself. So, you either already have this work in your mind, you already know what it is, or maybe you need some time to journal and think about it. But once you figured it out, what I want you to do is start working on this one thing for around 1 hour a day. And I know that you are making up so many excuses as to why you won't or can't do this. Oh no, I have academics to worry about, I don't have the money to do it, I don't have the time, I don't have the skills, I'm too scared, I'm not confident enough. You have to remember what I said earlier. To give your gift, follow your passion despite the challenges that you face in life. Because what I'm telling you to do right now, it's not something that will get you higher grades. It might actually, but it goes beyond that. You need to open your eyes and think like longer term than just your grades or whatever. Because I'm trying to set you up for life with this advice. For a happy, fulfilling life. Stop being so short-sighted, bro. Shift your perspective and realize that your everyday commitments are trivial compared to your gifts and your passions. Seriously. You have to worry about academics. I'm in JC right now, and I literally woke up at 5 a.m. to script this video. Despite literally only having like 80 subscribers now, because I know that I'm setting my future up for success beyond my grades or whatever. You don't have the money, just find some affordable, smaller scale way to essentially do the same thing. You don't have the skills, just learn them, bro. You don't need to wait to learn them in school. There are probably dozens, hundreds of books on the thing that you're interested in. Not only that, the internet exists, and it's literally an infinite source of knowledge. You're too scared? Well, I was too when I recorded my first video. You'll get over it, trust me. To be honest, I am only like 17 years old. So if you don't want to take my life advice, that's perfectly reasonable. I just felt that I needed to get this message out there to the students who are like my classmates, my friends, some of whom to this day spend so much time on their academics that it's honestly depressing. Like their lives just seem meaningless despite them being so young. And of course, I made this for anyone who is like my younger self, so that he can get past his problems quicker. So if you want to take this advice, your actionable step is to do work that is authentic to you for about 10, 20, 30 minutes, even an hour every single day. If you want to go extreme like me, you can wake up an hour before you have to go to school or you have to go to work or whatever, just to work on this thing that you're passionate about. I'll leave you with another quote from the same book. Do what you love to do, what you are waiting to do, what you've been born to do now. I hope you've found this video helpful. Please give me any feedback or criticism in the comments, and I wish you a good day.